It so happens that my favourite film of all time is a musical, and that film will feature in this list of top 5 favourite musical movies. But when I sat down to do this list, I thought actually it's quite tricky because some of my favourite musicals, like The Pirate Queen and Wicked, I've never seen in film form. I've only ever seen them on stage. And then I sat down and looked at this and thought there are a lot of really bad musical movies out there. But amongst all the very odd ones, I found some golden treasures. This is my list of 5 favourite musical movies. Please do let me know in the comments which musical movies you would most recommend. So I will go in kind of reverse order, but really it's a bit of a free-for-all. I couldn't really pick a favourite out of them all apart from my all-time favourite. And we'll start with Into the Woods. Into the Woods completely blew me away. I thought the soundtrack is incredible. My favourite song is Into the Woods and also Agony. I just love seeing all these fairy tale characters coming together. Meryl Streep was just a powerhouse. She's absolutely incredible. Brilliantly acted film. And I love listening to the soundtrack. And I think it's mesmerising and it's magical and it's gorgeous. And I would very much like to see Into the Woods on stage. I've not yet had that opportunity. Number 4, kind of going in reverse order, is a bit of an odd entry because it's Mary Poppins. But the reason it's odd is because this is actually a childhood favourite that has lasted and is still one of my all-time favourite musicals and musical films, and I love it. And it's one of those musicals that everybody knows. I've never seen it on stage, but I do have front row tickets to see it on stage this year. I'm ridiculously excited about that. We'll struggle to resist the temptation to buy a Mary Poppins umbrella from the gift shop. I love it. I love the film. I love the musical. I love watching stage adaptations on YouTube. Favourite songs? Hard to say. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, Feed the Birds, Sister Suffragette, Step in Time. I love them all. It's perfect. What can I say? Getting away from Disney for the last 3. The next 2 don't come in any order. They're kind of joint favourite. Les Mis. I love Les Mis. I have seen it on stage twice. I've seen an Amdram version and I've seen it in the West End, and Carrie Hope Fletcher was Eponine, cried for most of the show. It was incredible. In terms of the actual film itself, I love it. I mean, Helena Bonham Carter as Madame Thénardier was the initial reason why I went to see it. And that was my first introduction to Les Mis. And then I fell head over heels in love with it, and I listen to it every day because I listen to music every day and it's kind of the bulk of my main playlist. Favourite songs would be On My Own, I Dreamed a Dream, Master of the House, One Day More, Stars, Fontaines, I can't spoil it, but the one she duets with Jean Valjean. Least favourite song, Castle on a Cloud. I absolutely hate it, but apart from that, it's just perfect. Penultimate is a little less popular than Les Mis. It's not very well known. This is London Road. London Road started life as a stage musical and then became a film in, I think, 2014, 2013 maybe. The main attraction for me was Olivia Colman. She's brilliant in this. But also the subject matter. This is a musical about the Ipswich Ripper. Now, if anybody had said to me there's a musical about the murder of prostitutes in Ipswich, I would have said you're barking mad. But actually it is brilliant. It's very well done. It's not about the murders themselves. It's about the way the community came together and kind of rose out of the ashes of that trauma. And it's beautiful. The songs are gorgeous. My favourites, Everyone is Very, Very Nervous and Cellular Material. And I think that's when it all started, or that's when it started. Those 3, if you had to go on YouTube and search for those and listen to them, I think they're particularly amazing. But they're all incredible. I haven't seen it on stage. I don't think it's been on stage since the film came out. And I'm desperate to see it. So if anybody knows of any dates when London Road is going on stage, I don't care where in the country it is, I will travel to see it if I can. I want to see it. But the film itself is a must-watch. And number 1 for me is my favourite film of all time. This is Sweeney Todd, my favourite film, my favourite musical. It is the film that introduced me to Tim Burton's work. It's the film that introduced me to Helena Bonham Carter's work. It is my life in many ways. It kind of built the foundations for who I am. Before I watched Sweeney Todd, I was wearing pink and jeans and no dark makeup. I watched Sweeney Todd and basically transformed overnight. This was in either the end of 2011 or the beginning of 2012. So for me, Sweeney Todd just changed who I was as a person. It changed my outlook, it changed my attitude, it changed what I loved, changed my focus. Before Sweeney Todd, I was a little bit interested in film. I watch Sweeney Todd, and film is now the main focus of my existence, along with writing literature, of course. So I love it, and I owe my life to it, essentially, I can't speak. And my favourite songs, I mean, it's very difficult, but No Place Like London, it's hard to pick them. Joanna Reprise, Worst Pies in London, Pretty Women, it's all just incredible, isn't it? God That's Good, when I'm feeling energetic and wanting an upbeat song, God That's Good. It's Greenfinch and Linnet Bird sometimes, even though I don't like Joanna as a character. I think it's beautiful. The film itself, obviously the cast is incredible. Alan Rickman is perfect. If you've not read the book by Thomas Becket Prest, A String of Pearls, it started life as a serial. It's different. It's very different, but it's very worth reading as well. Sweeney Todd is life. So those are my top 5 favourite musical movies. I think once upon a time I would have put The Lion King there as well, but that's been shunted down the rung a little bit. But I would love to know what musical movies you love best, and also if you've seen them on stage and how you think they compare, and if you prefer the movie or the musical. Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to go and listen to some Sweeney Todd.